What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day. Setbacks are proof you are moving. Perfection is proof you have stopped. Today's show is for anyone whose progress graph looks like a roller coaster built by toddlers with glitter. We'll talk about the art of the reset, how to pause with purpose, and climb with kindness.
This is Kindness Rising.
Growth isn't a staircase. You don't just go straight up. It is a jam. You play a little, you mess up, you retune, and you come back on the beat. The 6 strings remind us. Growth keeps us exploring. Self-awareness keeps us honest. Kindness keeps the sound human. Every wrong note teaches a rhythm. Welcome to Kindness Rising. I am Matthew Rouff, your uncommon kindness guy. I come here every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. to bring you a little hope, humanity, heart, and humor. Welcome in. If you're watching on demand, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Why don't you join us every morning, 7:30 a.m. Mondays through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, and we will help you get up and get after it. That's what we do here on Kindness Rising. Welcome in Rose Walburn, Moon Boy, Vayash Ram. Here we are together. Artir, welcome, welcome, welcome into Kindness Rising. We are so glad that you are all here. Country Boy Outlaw, welcome. I appreciate you. Welcome to Kindness Rising. It looks like people are joining. Hello, hello, hello. We are here this morning to get you up and after it and talk about growth. Talk about what happens when we have setbacks. Setbacks that make us have to do a reset. We are going to do that today. Welcome in, Jerry Ginger. Welcome back. I appreciate that you come back every day. And of course, Mike Sullivan, you are here too every day. Everyone else out there, come on in and get involved. Get involved in the chat. Stay positive, stay kind. That's what we do here. We don't bring the negativity. Moonboy 1920, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. I'm glad you spent your time with us. Maybe you can join us for a little bit of hope, humanity, and heart that rises above negativity. Thank you. Most people think that failure is a stop sign, but science says it's actually rerouting your notifications. At Duke University, behavioral scientists found that about 45% of daily actions are actually habitual. They're little tiny loops on autopilot. We talked about that yesterday. Those loops, we're not on a loop, we're on a spiral. We're spiraling up. That's what we do every day here at Kindness Rising. When you fail, you're not weak. You're just fighting what is your natural programming. The brain always tries to drift back into the groove it already knows. Think of it as a record player. I don't know how many of you out there are Gen X. Are you Gen X? Do you remember record players? Record players are actually on the comeback. So if you're Gen Z or Gen Alpha, you're probably into records too at this point. But think of it as a record player. When that vinyl skips, it doesn't mean the song is over. It just means you have to nudge the needle. When you catch yourself sliding into an old habit, label it out loud. That simple word, just say, you're looping, I'm looping, I'm looping. That simple word activates the prefrontal cortex and gives you a split second of control. And those of us in Gen X, we have hit Control Alt Delete more times than anyone. We survived dial-up modems. We survived LimeWire viruses. We can survive a rough week. The key is to trade punishment for pattern recognition. Every, again, moment is data, not destiny.
We need a brand strategy.
Already done. We're hashtag heroes, turning chaos into content.
That's catchy.
It's also our business model. Perfect. We're trending in our own imagination.
Fellas, stop refreshing. Analytics are like soup. They don't get better if you keep lifting the lid. Let them simmer.
No, those analytics do not. Trust me, as a person who is a creator and out here every day, I have gotten sucked into the trap of watching those numbers go up and down and all around and getting stuck into refresh. I posted something. How's it doing? If you're a creator out there in the world or you want to create, think about this. It's the long game. You're here for the long run. Each post does matter, but over time is what really matters. And it's that you move forward and you do something and you grow every day. And I want to remind you also that your worst enemy can be your own self. Self-criticism, it feels productive because it sounds serious, like you're the tough boss of your own life. But research shows that it actually tanks performance. Psychologist Dr. Kristen Neff, she found that self-compassion doesn't make people lazy. It actually makes you more persistent because shame lights up the wrong part of your brain, the amygdala. That's your fight or flight. It's going to get you in that high cortisol mode and send you off in the wrong direction. But kindness, that lights up the safety network in your brain. When you comfort yourself after a slip up, your body actually releases oxytocin and dopamine, chemicals that stabilize your mood and boost your motivation. Be compassionate to yourself. Name what happened. I missed that workout. Add a little something. And that's human. And then ask, what's my next move that's good to myself? Repeat that sequence 3 times and watch how fast your mental static drops. Remember, we grew up, those of us in Gen X, with the rub some dirt on it philosophy. Now we're rewriting that. We're saying, wash it off, breathe, and try again. Because kindness isn't letting yourself off the hook. It's giving yourself a stronger one to hold on to.
We failed.
No, we just dropped an exclusive post.
Even the cat's disengaged, man.
He's just conserving engagement for phase 2. Phase 2?
Same content, louder hashtags.
Right. Because nothing says growth like shouting into the void.
Cal and Stan are trying to figure out the business of social media management. They're shouting out into the void. They're using that spray and pray strategy. Not really wise moves. There's more to it than that. And if you're interested in learning about that, going live, the benefits of that, you can visit me, Matthew Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. We're part of the Mornings in the Lab network here at Kindness Rising. Get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends and check them out starting at 8 o'clock this morning on the Mornings in the Lab Network. And if you want your own show here, if you want to see the benefits of going live, reach out to me. I'm here. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn. Matthew Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. Come see me. Come see Keith Billis at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and we will help you get up and get after it every day. Because one of the things we do is we lean into our curiosity. We want to learn new things. We want to try new things. Roseanne Roof, welcome. Welcome, Mom. I appreciate that you are here. Helpful thoughts for midweek. I hope all my thoughts are helpful in some way, even if they are only just for you to laugh at. That's okay. Laugh with me, laugh at me, whatever it may be. I hope everything that I say here adds some kind of value for the people who choose to stick around and come back every day, like Mike Sullivan, like Jerry Ginger has been lately. I really appreciate you guys coming here and showing up, and the rest of you, don't forget to show up, get involved in the comments, get involved in the chat, talk about what's going on in your life. It will help you. We are growing a very positive, uplifting, and welcoming community here at Kindness Rising. And if you're a person who believes in that and wants to be part of that, I hope that you will get involved and join us while we talk about things like growth, like curiosity, like balance, like having fun, like getting up and getting after it every single day. And curiosity is one of those things that we do talk about when you're mentally stuck. Curiosity is the crowbar. Studies at UC Davis and Harvard Center for Positive Psychology, they show that curious people have higher dopamine levels, better stress recovery, and even improved physical stamina. Simply wondering about something new signals your brain that you're safe enough to explore. That's why novelty re-engages us. It's why road trips, live shows, even reorganizing your desk, that can reset your nervous system. Here's some practical tips for you, or a practical tip for you about that. Schedule yourself a micro curiosity break. Spend 5 minutes a day doing one unfamiliar thing. Put on a different playlist on Spotify. Order something different at the coffee joint. I don't know. Read an article that's outside your comfort zone. Check out a political source that you typically wouldn't tune into, because that's part of what we do here. It's balance. We balance our perspectives. Well, those of us that are Gen X, they remember fights over a device that looks like this. Who's got the remote? Where's the remote? Here it is right here. We called it channel surfing. The old Seinfeld joke, too, was one of my favorites, which is women want to know what's on TV. Men want to know what else is on TV. It's been observation. I definitely am a flicker, a surfer. I like to look around. I can spend hours just seeing what else is on. Anyway, we used to call it channel surfing. Now we're calling it mental cross training by exposing ourselves to new ideas, new things, taking those micro curiosity breaks, whatever they may be, to help us try to do something new. All right, Mike Sullivan, thank you. Watchers, the show. I don't think I know Watchers, the show. Mornings in the Lab has helped you wake up at 3 a.m. super early for 90 plus days to seize the day. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate, Mike, that you do come here every day and you get involved in the chat and you're kind to people who are in the chat and you bring value to the show, and the community does bring value to the show. That is a key part of what we're doing here, is building a community. Subscribe to the channel, come back, join us live, check out the videos online on YouTube at Kindness Rising, at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. It's where all the good stuff is. So go check it out. We never laugh at you. We are kindness, but we are laughing with you and Reggie. Yeah, Reggie and I are really starting to develop a real relationship with the whole sensei thing. He's teaching me things along the way, and sorry, I'm looking for my mouse to move the show along. Anyway, yes, thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. I do love creating the Reggie bits, the Cal and Stan bits. It takes a little bit of time and mental creativity. Trying to add more things. The tools are changing so fast. The stuff that we're using is just unbelievable. The creative tools that we're using here at Mornings in the Lab Network. Um, it's just awesome. It's awesome. It's a never ending world. If you're curious, if you're someone who wants to spend time learning something new, figuring it out along the way, making mistakes, laughing along with those mistakes, because when you make a mistake, when you're generating creative AI, trust me, it can create some hilarious and even some nightmarish results. I actually have a saved file. I've talked about this, I think, before. I'm saving a little file of nightmares and bloopers from AI generation. Silly stuff, but it's fun. It's lit a creative light in me. It's lit a creative light in me in other places in my life too. I've noticed since I've started creating regularly online, I feel like I'm creative in other areas and looking for opportunities too. I could create something out of this. I could make something there. So that's just an unexpected benefit that I've had from going live here. All right. Just remember this: curiosity doesn't cure burnout, but it will definitely get you off the couch if that's where you end up when you're burnt out. And Roseanne, you brought up Reggie and his alter ego Sensei Whiskers up at just the right time. Let's see what we have in store here.
When you slip, don't scratch, stretch.
So mistakes are movement?
A cat that chases its tail learns circles. A cat that pauses learns balance.
Sensei Whiskers and I are meeting on the regular. I'm getting lessons from him. Sometimes they're a little cryptic and I have to decipher what is he even talking about. But it's pretty cool. He helps me to stay chill for sure. And at Kindness Rising, we always talk about someone out there that's doing good work, doing good work by a good person. That's our mission here. Our mission is to multiply kindness and unlock growth for good people doing good work. And this is a story of someone who is out there doing good work. It's a little aged, but I've heard it before about this guy, and I wanted to bring highlight to it again. A gentleman named Ray Hernandez. He is in Boston, and when the pandemic hit, he lost his restaurant overnight. Like, it happened. It happened to a lot of people. Then one morning, his daughter asked if they could deliver leftover food to nurses across the street. They had a bunch of extra food because they had leftovers. They brought him to the hospital. That one small act, it actually became his life. It became what's known as the truck full of kindness. He retrofitted an old delivery van and began serving free Friday lunches to hospital staff. He said, I stopped chasing reviews and started chasing gratitude, feeding gratitude. I'm sorry. He was not chasing reviews, but feeding gratitude. That's the only 5-star I need, is what he said. When he lost everything, he didn't rebuild the business. He rebuilt his meaning. His kindness didn't make him rich. It just made him whole. Ray Hernandez and the Truck Full of Kindness. Pretty cool little story. All right.
Even the cat is telling us to clean up our mess before we make another one.
That's deep for a guy who just Googled how to go viral.
So what's our next move?
Same dream, smaller dose.
Meaning?
Less noise, more help. One person at a time.
That's an interesting idea. So many people launch their business thinking they're going to help the world, including maybe a guy sitting in this room. But I'm realizing it's one person at a time. If I'm helping one person out there in the community today, if one person reaches out to me and says, I need your help, and I admire your experience, your expertise, your authenticity, your trust, and your entertainment enough to hire you, then I will have done my job, because I want to help you to amplify your voice, because you're a good person doing good work. That's why I am here at Kindness Rising. I'm also here to give you practical tips for your day. You don't have to hire me. You don't have to reach out. You just have to show up at 7:30 every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, for Kindness Rising. And you can get these kinds of tips. 5 resets that build kindness. 1, pause. Don't panic. Remember, stillness saves your energy. Something happens, don't panic. Stillness saves your energy. The second, reflect. Don't ruminate. Curiosity, that asks, what can I learn? Shame asks, what's wrong with me? You want to avoid those shameful thoughts and ask the curious thoughts. Maybe reset small. Set some micro goals for yourself. Build momentum over time. One thing at a time. Over time. Repeat, right? Spiral upwards. When we make mistakes, we use it to learn and grow upwards. Number 4, reinforce what worked for you. Keep the systems that supported you. Of course, when we fail, we'll like to focus on what went wrong, but don't forget to remember what went right and keep those and ditch the rest and try something new. And last is restart kindly. Kind to yourself. Progress grows on grace, not guilt. That's a lot of G's in one sentence. I hope you enjoyed those 5 tips, the 5 resets that build kindness, and you get up and get after it every day, just like some of the people out in our community and people, Brit, that are out there building their brand around these concepts. The concept of experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment. One of them out there that I've talked about before, and I will talk about again, is Headspace. Headspace didn't just create an app, they created an actual boundary. Their founder was a Buddhist monk and a burned out ad executive. What a pair to team up in London to make not to make mindfulness trendy, but to make peace, calmness accessible. Huge difference. We started as what started as a live meditation events turned into one of the most recognizable wellness brands in the world. Their secret wasn't innovation, though, it was restraint. Every other app fights for your attention. Headspace fights for your attention span. They didn't tell you to hustle, optimize, 10x your mornings. They said, close your eyes, take 10 minutes, and breathe. In a digital world that's been designed to pull us apart, divide us, Headspace built a business by helping us pull ourselves together. That's a pretty cool mission. And I think it's pretty obvious to see how it follows their experience by teaching what they've lived, their expertise by blending ancient calm with modern science, their authenticity. They bring calm without pretension. Their trust, they show boundaries as their brand promise. And lastly, they bring lightness, entertainment about some serious thing. They took something sacred and made it fun again with animations and little tricks to keep you involved. It isn't a distraction, it's an invitation that reminds us that joy and stillness live in the same breath. All right, show is moving right along here. Absolutely. We're having a good time here on Kindness Rising. See, it's a little quiet in the comments today. That's okay if you're out there just listening. I appreciate that you're out there just listening, but don't be afraid to get involved in the comments. I hope something I says something I say triggers a thought or a laugh for you, something, and I want you to share it because sharing is part of what we do here at Mornings in the Lab Network. And I share time with my friend Keith Billis. Keith, John, and friends at Mornings in the Lab. And today they're talking about the friend contract, how friendships thrive when expectations are honest and boundaries are clear. Our show today focused on inner resets. Tomorrow is going to be about relational ones, as we do every Thursday. Keith's getting a jump start on it, talking about a good friend who respects your rest and celebrates your boundaries. When we learn to balance our inner bandwidth, we make room for relationships that lift us, not drain us. Check out Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends next at 8 o'clock over on the Mornings in the Lab Network. You can get up with a little bit of fun with them. All right. Let's see one last time maybe what Cal and Stan are up to.
Hey, maybe growth isn't about going viral. Maybe it's about purring through the glitches. Guess the universe just hit sleep mode.
It looks like Reggie and the rest of the Cal and Stan universe is going into sleep mode, but they will be back here tomorrow morning with me at 7:30 in the morning on Kindness Rising. Here's the thing. Growth isn't a straight line. It's a set list of tries, of pauses, and encore. The resets, they teach the rhythm. The mistakes, they teach the melody. If you hit a setback this week, tune down for a moment, then play again. You're not behind. You're just becoming. As we always say here on Kindness Rising, stay uncommon and stay kind.
Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity. And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.